What's going on, guys? I want to pop on here real quick and talk to you about a set that I've been keeping an eye on for a while now, and I think it's been making some moves, and I think over the next few months we're going to see it move a lot. So, Time Spiral Remastered, for anyone that knows it, phenomenal set, came out in 2020, so it's been out for about 5 years. Time Spiral Remastered is a set that we regularly sell on the Whatnot channel in the morning. I've been opening it since it came out in 2020. I absolutely love the set. You get, average one retro foil per box. Though a lot of those retro foils hold a really good price. And over the past 5 years, the set has basically pretty much maintained this like $200 a box price point. Now there's no collector boxes. There's nothing. It's just the box itself. So if you want the packs, then you just get the booster packs. That's it. I don't even think they were called draft packs. Yeah, they were. They were draft boosters. But it was always like a $200 box, pretty much. I mean, you can get it on sale maybe for like $1.90. Maybe it's up a little bit, it's 210. But basically, for the past 4 years, it's basically been $200. On release, it was pretty high, but once it's leveled out, $200 a box, pretty standard. That's how it's been. So it's in something that I've sold on my Whatnot channel for years, since the beginning. I love the set. It's fun to hunt for retro foils. Most of the time you get one per box. If you're lucky, you get two. I personally pull as much as three. I've heard of one person get four, and a couple times I've gotten zero. Over the past 5 years, I've personally opened hundreds of Time Spiral Remastered boxes. I mean, if I had to put an actual number, I'd 400 maybe, in that range, give or take, but it's probably in that range somewhere. It's actually funny because so on my Whatnot channel, it's become like almost like a cult following, almost like a running joke, because there's one card that we can't pull out of that set, and it's the Retro Foil Ponder. We pulled a million Retro Ponders, never foil though. Any other card in the set, Retro Thought Seizes, any other Retro Containment Priest, which has jumped up recently in the past few months. We've pulled them all, but Retro Foil Ponder we cannot pull. It's like a joke at this point, to the point where I actually made coffee mugs and we were giving these away, and to the extreme point that I made a trophy for anyone that can actually pull one on my stream. And the running joke is that it's fake, it's not real, so no one's ever gonna get the trophy. But anyways, I was looking through some of the boxes online, and I was looking at the prices because I try to carry a good amount of it. I try to at a minimum have like 6 boxes available, because some streams will rip 2, 3, 4 boxes in a stream sometime if people want to go crazy. At this time, it's the beginning of March 2025. I sell 3 packs for $29, so just under $10 a pack. That's what I do on my show. We sell it on a regular basis, and it's a lot of fun. Not just for the Retro Foil Ponder, obviously, but the set has a really good EV. I pulled up the visualizer real quick, and just a heads up, guys, I don't do graphics and things like that. Like, this is a very simple show. I'm an old man that doesn't do that kind of stuff. So on the visualizer, I mean, we're seeing Sliver Legion for 52, Gemstone Caverns for 52, Urborgs 51, Achroma's Memorial 32, the Retro Non-Foil Chalice for 28, Primeval Titan 25, Damnation 20, and it goes on and on and on. There's a million cards that are $10 and up, and a lot of cards that are $2 and up. So the EV of the set, I think, is the boxes right now are around $250 a box. And I think the EV is somewhere in like the $230, $240 range. So while you can hunt for these really cool cards, the retro foils, you can get a lot of value in the boxes anyway. So it's just worth opening. And that's how it's been for a long time. So like I said, it was $200 for years. And kind of what happened over the past, I would say, 6 months or so, well, it's just the boxes are kind of disappearing. So there are a lot of streamers, rip and ship people, or just collectors and players that are buying the boxes. I know for myself, I can tell you, so about a month ago, this is what I've done. I'm one person. So a month ago, I saw the prices starting to move. And so I had to make a decision that before I raise the price on the packs that I sell on my Whatnot channel, that I want to secure as much as I can at a certain price range for a certain profit margin on my show, and get them all. So about, was it a couple of months ago, I think it was, I personally bought, it was 27 boxes between TCG Player and eBay. And it was between that up to $250 mark. So it was between like $220 and $240, in that range. I bought everything in that range. And it was like 27 boxes between the two sites, mostly eBay. But the cool thing is that I bought that huge amount so that I can keep selling it for, 3 for $29, which I think is a good fair price, under $10 for a pack. So I've had that for a while now. I'm down to a small handful of boxes. So this morning, after my Whatnot show, I went to look on the market to see what's available and what the prices are, because pretty soon I'm going to have to buy some more. Looking at TCG Player, I think the lowest was 252 plus tax. So add another 10, 12 bucks, 265 shipped to your door. So basically 265 lowest in TCG Player. eBay, I think the cheapest was around the 260 mark, and that was an auction. It wasn't even over yet. So I said, okay. So I saw this a while ago too when I was buying all the English boxes for the show. Again, hunt for the retro foil ponder, which is the thing that we can never pull. And in doing that, I looked at some of the foreign language stuff, and the one that caught my eye was the Russian boxes. And so at the time, I think I was buying up to 240, 245-ish for those boxes. And then I saw Russian boxes for, I think it was 270 a box. And I looked at some of the prices for the retro foils and just the regular cards in general, English prices versus the Russian prices, especially the retro foils. But the prices for the Russian versions, because they don't print Russian cards anymore, it's banned, those prices were far more expensive than English. For example, the retro foil ponder I think was 300-ish, give or take 10% either way at the time. And the retro foil ponder, like the two available online, were like $800 to $1,000. So you're saying a box that costs like $30 more can have potential almost $1,000 card in it. So I was in. I took a chance, and there's a store that I think I bought about 24 boxes. It was something like that. I forget what I have left. There's about 24 boxes, 24 boxes of Russian. So I kind of cleared out one store of those and bought those. And they're awesome. I do on my show. And the cool thing is I only have to charge like an extra buck a pack, but the chances of getting a lot more value are there. And so they're worth opening. And plus the cards look awesome. The Russian foils, the Russian retro foils they're really good looking in TSR. So if you don't know what they are, check them out. Good luck finding them on the open market, the singles, but they're there. So that was that. Now going into today, I looked again, and there's a few Russian boxes available. There are some people that have them. I see some as high as 500, which don't pay that. There's some you can find for like 300. English boxes, I said, are on the 260, 265 mark right now for English, and that's just how it is. I went through eBay and TCG Player right now this morning, and I looked for the amount of English boxes below 300 on eBay and TCG Player, and I found 112. So there's 112 boxes in the open market between the big sellers, eBay and TCG Player. I didn't look at individual stores. Some stores might have some, but they're under $300. There's 112 boxes. And so in the past 3 months, I looked at solds for TCG Player and eBay for English, and I stopped counting when I got to 100. When I got to 100, I said, okay, they're selling. That's the biggest things that they are selling. More so on eBay than TCG Player, I think, because you can get a little bit cheaper price on eBay sometimes. But if there's 112 in the open market in the past 3 months, more than 100 have sold, it shows that they're moving. And again, I'm just one person. I'm not manipulating the market. I'm just buying it for my show. But if I'm regularly buying it, 10, 20 boxes at a time, every month or so, I mean, they're going to go away quick. And I'm not saying like run out and buy all the TSR, but if you want some at an under $300 price, it might not be a bad idea. But something to consider because, again, the EV for the set is fantastic. The retro foils are beautiful. They're rare. You get one per box. That stupid retro foil ponder we just can't pull. I actually bought one. The running joke is because it's CGC and it's who knows if it's real. But I bought one, and I promised the guys on my show that if we don't pull one by Thanksgiving, then I'll make like a pull box or something, and someone will get it, and someone will get the trophy. But yeah, it's just, food for thought. TSR is a phenomenal set. It's been out for 5 years already. And again, no one's paying attention to it really because it's just hung out that $200 mark for like 4 years. But the past 3 to 6 months, it started moving. And honestly, I think it's going to hit $300 a box very soon. Basically, the way I look at it is, like I said, I've got some Russian boxes, which is cool. I actually just went on and I bought some Italian boxes. I bought some Italian boxes because they were like super cheap. And I'm like, all right, well, it's a fun way to look for retro foil cards. And if you pull a retro foil, Chalice, Yawgmoth, Ponder, whatever, even the foreign language, it's still awesome. So I bought some of those to throw on my show. That way I can offer it super cheap and people can have some fun opening TSR, which will soon become a very expensive product. So when I see all that, I look at, again, what I do on my channel for Whatnot and how I handle products and moving forward, what my plan is. And usually what I do is I buy it in chunks, and I don't usually buy like a box at a time. I pick a price range. So I say right now, if I'm charging $29 for 3 packs, well, that was at the under $250 a price for a box. That's gone pretty much. So the next time I buy some, I'm probably going to say, all right, I'm going to grab everything under $280 and then they'll charge $32 for 3 packs or whatever it is. I have to do the math out. I haven't done that yet, but that's how I do it. I don't just go buy one box. I'll probably go buy 10, 15, 20 at up to 275, 280, or up to 300. So I'm in stock for a while and I can keep it for a while for the customers and whatnot. So you'll see generic, or you'll see organic buyouts of just people that want to draft it, want to open it, have a good time with it because it's a phenomenal set. And a lot of streamers also rip and ship it and all that, but people also want to draft it and collect it. It's such a great set. I can't say anything bad about it. But pretty soon I'm gonna kind of have to go in there and say, all right, am I buying 10? Am I buying 20? And what's the price range? And I'm not saying I'm gonna move the market, but I'm probably going to move the market a little bit, and there's going to be a jump from say 250 to 280. That's just how it's going to go. Again, I'm not trying to manipulate the market. That's not what I'm doing. I'm buying them so that we can open them, so that players can have the cards. That's the point of it. So that's all I want to say. It's just it's an interesting set. I think it's phenomenal, and I just want people to be aware that it's about to move. I think significantly over the next 3 to 6 months or year, because for me personally, all the products I carry, my Whatnot show, this is like a staple from the beginning, and I will never not carry it. The boxes can go to $1,000 a box, and I will have a box available for people that want to check it out and open it. You look at old boxes like I got a box of Unhinged over there. Unhinged boxes were not always $600 a box. I think weren't they free at one point? They gave them away years ago. It wasn't during my time of playing, but at one point they were probably $100 boxes or whatever they were. But over time, they become $600 boxes. But guess what? Every once in a while, people do want to crack those packs, look for the old foils, maybe pull the foil Richard Garfield that's worth like $1,000. And that's how Time Spiral eventually will be. Like anything else, it just takes time. If you have a good set with good cards, good EV, it's going to get bought out. It's going to get opened. It's as simple as that. And you're going to see there's definitely going to be people that have collections, a case in the closet here, a box over there, and that's fine. Those will all kind of come to market at certain price points, but overall they are disappearing. And I think it's one of those sets that you're going to see become very expensive, especially 6 months, a year, a couple years down the road. So that's it. Just had that, food for thought. It was on my mind, so I figured I'd make a little video. Guys, always a pleasure. Take care.